Hey everybody, welcome. Apologize for not having a video uploaded yesterday. I've been pretty crazy this weekend with catching up on work from being sick and some other stuff going on. But wanted to do a quick video today, talk about a little bit what's on my mind, as always, opening up some cards. So I'm going to open up another Jolteon tin, see if we have any luck. We've been doing pretty good with the Cosmic Eclipse in here, but really looking for that solid pull in Burning Shadows. So also wanted to open up a piece of mail I got here from an eBay purchase recently. Thanks Gamer Mike you for kind of starting that itch for buying singles on eBay. So yeah, there's been certain ones I've been keeping my eye on, and if I find a good deal or see that make an offer button, I'll throw out an offer. And sometimes the worst thing that someone can do when submitting an offer on eBay is say no, or maybe they'll counter offer. But I've had it before where I just throw an offer out there and they end up accepting it. So yeah, I didn't really get a chance to buy any Hidden Fates. I wasn't collecting Pokemon at the time, and it's since just skyrocketed in price. So I've had to resort to buying some singles from that set. And one of the ones I wanted to buy was this Alolan Vulpix. So very cool card here. Not sure. It's a little off center, so I don't think we got a PSA 10 here. But I ended up, I believe the seller was selling it for $6 with shipping, $6 total, and I just threw a bid out there, an offer out there for like $3, and they countered at I think $3.50. So picked it up a lot cheaper than I've seen some of the listings. But yeah, as I'm looking at this, it's definitely not the greatest condition, and that centering is off a little bit. But Vulpix is one of my favorite Pokemon, so of course seeing the shiny version had to get it. Like look at that shine there, very cool. The other one I'm trying to get is Alolan Ninetales. I'd like to see a PSA 10 on my shelf with that, but those are going for like 110. eBay did have a thing the other day. You gotta keep an eye out for it. Once in a while they'll do 5% back in eBay bucks. So that's usually when I'll stock up on my booster boxes, is if I can get 5% back, because that essentially eliminates the tax out of it. You don't get that as a discount. You get back as eBay bucks, which you can use towards future purchases. But that's kind of my strategy. So yeah, let's get into the opening here. So really appreciate everyone saying happy birthday to me this week. It was a little different birthday this year, being sick and in quarantine, not really being able to celebrate. Like this is the first year I think that my parents haven't been able to celebrate my birthday with me. So not my favorite one by any means, but my wife made me my favorite cheesecake, bought me some sweets. That was all good, so it kind of made up for it, and we'll celebrate later. Thanksgiving's coming up here. Also wanted to give you all a shout out for all the awesome support. This has been another fantastic week. We are officially on the road to 100 subscribers, which is that first category for prizes. So last I saw, I'm at 74 subscribers. So we got about 26 left, which we are well on pace. Even we don't even need to get one per day, but I've been averaging like 2 or 3 per day. So yep, I messed this one up. Apologize. I always forget X and Y doesn't have the energy. So Galvantula was our rare, and Drudagon was our, oh, that's cool. It's at least is a reverse holo rare. Let's see, what else has been going on? Well, I was supposed to get a PS5. That was going to be my birthday present to myself, but when they started taking pre-orders, I'm sure those of you that follow the PlayStation news knew about the issues with pre-orders going on, so I did not get one for my birthday. But thank you, Isaac J. Games. I got to see a little bit of your live stream of it, and the Sackboy Adventure game looks just fantastic. So really looking forward to... we pull that Mimikyu every time. Really looking forward to the opportunity to pick up the PS5. I've been hearing, I'm in a vintage gamers group. It's called Factory Sealed Retro Gaming Podcast, and a lot of people are posting on the Facebook group that they're having some issues with like the controllers. The little touchpad seems to jiggle around a little bit more. So again, ooh, nice reverse Eevee. Ooh, all right, Blastoise and Piplup tag team, awesome. All right, yeah. So these tins, we haven't, like I said, hit that slam dunk yet, but we've been getting quite a few decent tag team cards out of it. So that's always a win, especially a Blastoise. Like, man, look at that art. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait a little while, and I have money set aside, bookmarked for PS5, but maybe I'll wait until they kind of fix things a little bit. And I have PS4, it works just fine. My backlog is hundreds of games anyway that I don't have enough time for, especially now that I'm doing Pokemon so often. So we'll get there. Either way, thanks again, Isaac J Games, for doing that live stream. That was pretty cool. Also have to give a shout out to Dragon Ball Dan. Sorry, Dan, I somehow must have hit unsubscribe on your channel, so I was going to give you a shout out, and I went to look up your page, and it saw it like asked me to subscribe. I'm like, oh, sorry about that. I thought I already was. So I re-hit that subscribe button, so you should see one more subscriber today. Yeah, the last thing I just want to talk about before we go into this, and I just learned recently about this code card trick. I wish I wouldn't have found out about it, but basically if there's a white card, you know you're gonna get a decent pull. So I see something shiny back there, and I got that card. So we'll cross our fingers as the Charizard and Bryce, and that would just make my entire week. But last thing I just wanted to talk about was the other day, I there's a whole bunch of YouTubers freaking out right now that Logan Paul is exiting Pokemon, or not buying any more Pokemon, and you have to give Logan Paul credit. I'm not a big Logan Paul fan, or his brother. I think they're obnoxious, but at the same time, maybe it's just jealous of their reach and their hustle and what they've built up over the last several years. I mean, if you're making millions of dollars when you're a teenager, like, I'm sure that changes you as a person. But I think I'm not questioning Logan Paul's love for Pokemon. I mean, he said he has Squirtle tattooed on him. Like, that's a pretty big commitment if you ask me. But I think when he got into buying Pokemon cards, it was more for the hype, and you have to give him credit because it did bring a lot of new Pokemon fans into the game, which I think long term will be great. Downside is I've seen a lot more, with the hype, that whether that created it or coronavirus, whatever created this hype for Pokemon this year. The resellers have just gotten out of control. I mean, I can't even go to. I live in a city of 70,000 people plus a couple cities around us. Like, the whole metropolitan area around me is over 100,000. We have some decent sized Walmarts and a pretty decent sized Target. Our local game stores are pretty solid. But I can't find anything. Like Vivid Voltage, my booster boxes got delayed until Monday. So I won't be able to open those up until the channel, until at least then. But I can't even find a single booster pack in the city. Like, everything's sold out. Same with Champions Path and all these other hyped up products. You can't find anything, and that just really sucks, especially when you're a kid just wanting to spend your allowance. A few weeks ago I was at a Target in Marshfield, Wisconsin. I had a conversation with a couple kids there that they go to the store every week and spend their $5 allowance on a booster pack, and that's like their brotherly thing that they like to do. And I think that's awesome, and I think that's really the heart and soul of Pokemon, is sharing that with whether it's I'm an only child, so I don't have a sibling to share it with, but I have a brother-in-law that likes Pokemon. I have a lot of YouTubers I'm befriending here that we have this awesome community, but we have a really big problem right now with resellers buying up everything on the shelf. And then when I go on like Facebook Marketplace, which is, you can search your local area, I'm finding all that product. So I know that they got it from the shelves and they cleared it all out. and jacking up the price. Like those elite trainer boxes for Champions Path, I think those retail at what, $50. And granted, eBay is the same way. Like this isn't just an issue isolated to me here in Wisconsin, but um, you see those trainer boxes for like $80 and they're sold out everywhere. So it gives people that like me that, you know, I work during the day, I can maybe go on my lunch break and go pick something up, but by then a reseller has already gotten to it. And then you see these eBayers, or sorry, Facebook Marketplace listings that have, you know, dozens and dozens of this product because they just hit up every store. And I just think that I noticed that maybe a little bit more after Logan Paul came into the scene and people started monetizing Pokemon. Like there's always been a business around Pokemon. There's nothing wrong with that. Like with me, I do pretty well selling my repacks, but I price them really cheap so that, especially for kids, like I'll take out the ultra rares, but I repackage pretty much everything else: the hollows, the rares, the trainers, everything but the energy. Like I just feel like that's I don't put them in there just because they're not worth it for them. So I sell them for $1 and basically, you know, make a third, maybe a fourth of my money that I spent on the packs back. But a lot of kids like that because they can get more cards for more. But when you're buying up all the sealed product just to jack up the price and make a quick buck, that's where I start to have an issue with it. Um, you know, I go back to when I was buying all those Gengar packs from Sam's Club. I guess that was maybe borderline. Um, so I'm trying not to be too much of a hypocrite or anything, but in that case, I was really buying them to get the Evolutions pack out of there, sell those off, and then open up the rest of the product on the channel. You know, that's part of my investment in this channel. So I think that's ultimately, I know this was a long rant that I wasn't expecting to do, but ultimately, I wouldn't be too concerned about Logan Paul taking a break from Pokemon. He's really just going for the vintage stuff, which it sucks because it was already priced out of most of our budgets, and now it's even more out there. You're talking like $1,000 for a base set pack. Like I don't know anyone around me that can afford that. So the vintage stuff was already out of the question, but now I'm concerned about the shortage of everything else. Like Darkness Ablaze booster boxes, bought those a few weeks ago for just under $100, and now you can't find them for under 130. Vivid Voltage has been sold out everywhere. Like I can't get an Elite Trainer box, you're telling me, and like those are going for $50-$60. Like no. So I wouldn't get too concerned about it. Granted, Logan Paul does have a huge audience, so there are people that will, you know, listen to his every word. But I guess my advice is to just do what you like. You know, if this is a hobby that you enjoy, enjoy it for that. Enjoy it for the cards. Don't enjoy it because someone else, you know, makes a big deal of it on YouTube or, you know, whatever platform you're using. So I'll cut the rant here. I apologize again that went on a little bit longer than I expected, but just one thing that's been on my mind is all these people freaking out about Logan Paul and what's going on there. And cool, we got Ho-Oh GX. Is that the full art? It looks kind of like that same style that Charizard and Breaks, and yes, it does look like it's the full art. Very cool. So we finally got a hit from Burning Shadows. I don't know that we've had a hit so far from that set. So it's not the Charizard and Braixen, but man, what a gorgeous card either way. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Again, if you haven't already, hit subscribe. We're getting really close to that first prize category, and we still have plenty of time left before the end of the year. So all you have to do to enter that is be a subscriber. Go to my subscriber giveaway video with it'll have Bulbasaur, Charizard, and Squirtle, or sorry, Charmander and Squirtle on the thumbnail image, and you just have to comment in that video what your favorite starting Pokemon is, and that will enter you in for any of the prizes that we hit. So it looks, at this point, I don't want to speak too soon, but it looks like we're going to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So I'll give away that sealed Gengar EX box. The 500 subscriber, if we manage to get that, I'll probably add a 250 because 500 at this point is a little unrealistic, but we could maybe hit 250 by end of the year, which is crazy to think about. So maybe I'll come up with an alternative, whether we just bump the 500 down and create a new 500, or I'll do that in a subsequent video here. But yes, free to enter. Just have to be subscribed and comment on that video. So we'll be back. I'll be opening up while I'm waiting for Vivid Voltage in the next couple days. I'm gonna open up another Sword and Shield base set booster box. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.